everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well. Welcome back to another little Cuppa with Carys. I am showing you my nice new Amazon mugs, everyone. The only struggle is you can literally see every single corner of this that has been touched with my fingerprint. So not really ideal, especially if you've committed like a crime and stuff, because you can literally see everything. But anyway, Cuppa with Carys. We're talking about goals today, just because it's a new month, everybody. Welcome to March. Let's hope this one's better than the last one. You're well into the year now, aren't you? You know what I mean? The whole Happy New Year thing has kind of gone away. February just happened. Like, I feel like it was January. I went like this, opened my eyes, and it's March. What the heck happened to February, please? Someone let me know. The sun just came out like in March and it's just lush. Like, I feel like everybody thinks it's spring and it's not even spring yet, but everyone's like, oh my gosh, spring. We're still in winter, guys. I was just thinking about like goals and like this year and how like good it would be to actually speak a little bit about like some of the goals that I have for this year and even some of the goals that I've established knowing that we're going to be coming out of lockdown. They've given us June 21st, apart from in Wales. We're still waiting on our date, but I'm just gonna pretend I'm English just this one time for June 21st. Yeah, so knowing like we're coming out of lockdown and stuff, I feel like it's given everybody new life, right? Like, it's made me set some new goals anyway, and so I just thought that I would share some of that stuff with you, like how I actually set my goals and how I actually achieve my goals, because I feel like a lot of the time people have goals but actually have no idea how to even get them. So grab yourself a cup of tea, grab yourself a biscuit and get ready, because we are gonna talk goals. And I've always set goals for myself, right? I've always had an idea of when I wanted to get married, when I wanted to have a house, when I wanted to have a baby. That one went to sham. I've always had like an idea of what I want to achieve in life, where I want to go, and kind of how I'm going to get there. Even though it's good to put goals in place, it's also really good that your goals don't actually become something that you become obsessed with and that like basically end up defining you. A goal that I have recently set myself is to get summer 2021 ready. Not for a post-lockdown body, not for like a summer 2021, even though that's kind of what I'm calling it. Even though, you know, if it works, it works. More because when I was working out, I have never felt healthier in myself, in my mind. For me, that's a huge goal at the minute, and what I'm doing is not really giving myself like a specific weight that I want to be at. I would rather measure how I'm achieving my goal in terms of health based on how I feel and how I look. I have a lot more goals for my business, for my actual personal life, and if I don't meet that goal, it's not the end of the world. But what I do is actually put what we call in our little family mini missions. For me, the mini missions are almost more important than the whole goal itself. So basically, the concept of a mini mission is if you, for example, want to go to the beach, what do you have to do to get to the beach? You've got to pack up your stuff, you've got to get everything ready, you've got to jump in the car, you've got to drive there, and then you'll get to the beach. All those steps to get to the beach are the mini missions. So for my goal of working out and feeling healthy, my mini missions look like eating better, drinking more water, and actually physically exercising. Those mini missions help me achieve my big goal. But if I am just purely looking at the goal and I'm like, I need to just be better, I need to do better, and I don't actually have steps in place to kind of help make it happen, I'm not actually going to achieve that goal. It's a process then. And so even in my everyday life and in my everyday work, I actually have mini missions, and I literally call them that every day. I'll have like a big thing that I've got to do in work, and so to get to that, I will outline all of the little things that I have to do. Because if I don't achieve that big goal by the end of the day, at least I can see that I've actually made progress to hit that point. And so when it comes to like making big goals, even like losing weight or buying a house, outline the things that you actually need to do to achieve that goal. And even if you don't achieve that goal by the time that you've achieved that goal, if you've been doing your mini missions, at least it's little things that you can actually tick off along the way. So let's talk about SMART goals. SMART goals are this. Let me just get my phone so I get them right. So specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. So let's talk about being specific first of all. A goal for me has to be like extremely specific. You have to be specific with it, otherwise how are you actually going to measure it and actually like achieve it, if that makes sense? So if it's, for example, like, you know, I would love to buy a car, if you're not specific about what car that is, how do you know how much money that you have to put aside and you have to save and how long it's going to take you if you don't know which one you actually want? So I have a picture that I want to achieve, not of anybody else, but of me. So I've gone and looked for a picture of me when I was most happy with my mental health and my physical body. So instead of getting a picture of, like, I don't know, J-Lo, that I'm actually never going to get to because that's J-Lo and it's not me, I have just got a picture of what I used to look like when I was at my best and what I actually want to achieve. For me, it's 2018 Carys. That was my year. And so, like, my goal is to get to 2018 Carys. So it's specific. So it's not like, oh yeah, I want to lose a bit of weight or I want to tone up or da-da-da. It's specific to, I want to look like I did in 2018. So your mini missions will be defined by that specific goal. Let's go. Is it measurable? How are you actually measuring your progress? So that's where mini missions are like huge. Even if you haven't achieved your big goal, as long as you're ticking off your mini missions, you're still like, okay, I'm this much closer, I'm this much closer. You're measuring your progress as you're going along, because then if you're actually measuring how you're doing getting towards your goal, you can actually like adapt and change like what you actually need to change in order to make it happen. So again, back to my fitness thing, if a certain exercise or a certain workout isn't working for me, I can go back to the drawing board and I can change it because I'm actually measuring how I'm doing. And then we got to the attainable little bit of the SMART goal piece, which is making sure that you can like accomplish your little goal like reasonably, and that actually what you're going to be doing is actually attainable. Again, let's take my new fitness goal as an example. Like if I'm just going to kill myself off every time I work out, it's not going to be attainable. I'm not going to reach my end goal because actually I'm just killing myself off every time I work out. For example, I did circuits last Friday and I'm still hurting and it's Tuesday. And so for me, if I keep doing circuits like 3 times a week, that's just not attainable. I am gonna pass out and I am gonna die. And so when I'm thinking about like my mini missions, for example, or like actually how attainable is this, it's making sure that I have a nice healthy balance with my workouts, from circuits to cardio to general eating well. You know what I mean? Like actual things that I can actually like keep doing and actually make sense rather than just like killing myself off. Then the most important one I think for me is your goal actually relevant to your life, to who you are, all that kind of stuff. Is the goal that you're setting relevant to who you are and what you want to do? As long as it's something that is like good for your life and good for you, and not something that's just totally just like ridiculous, that is like, you know, you're pumping so much time and energy into something that's just not paying off and that it's just not actually going to take you in the direction that you want to go in. That's probably what an irrelevant goal is. So just kind of have a think, like when you're setting your goals, like is this a goal that's relevant to now in my life, or is it relevant to maybe the future? And then lastly, when it comes to the goals, is it actually timely? Like do you have a specific time frame that you can achieve the goal in? And I'm not saying that this needs to be like the ride or die, like this is it either happens or it doesn't. For me, I'm all about the mini missions. I'm all about making small steps to the big goal, because I think A, it releases the pressure, and B, it just makes it a heck of a lot easier when you start breaking things down. But I do think it is really important to have some kind of time frame on it. Otherwise, where's your accountability to whether or not you're achieving that goal? And so like, I think it doesn't even matter what your big goal is. Just outline like what your mini missions are to help you get to that place. If you want to start a business, what are your mini missions? Have you got a business plan? Have you done a little cash flow? Like you can tick it all off, do you know what I mean? And kind of like see like how you progress. I think the mini missions will keep you motivated and they keep you going. So for me, with my little health kick that I've been going for, my mini missions have literally kept me going. Like my mini missions of drinking more water, working out, eating better, and I already feel good. And every week I get to tick off my mini missions that I've worked out. Eventually, by the summer, I will be in a position where I can look back and go, well done, Carys, like you actually stuck with it and you actually did really well. But at least in the meantime, I am still doing little things to keep me motivated and keep me like on track. So that's basically how I set my goals and how I take a look at it. Obviously, I am not an inventor of the SMART goal, and there's a lot more reading up that you can do about goals, but I just think that like it's something really good to have in your life. It's just a plan and an idea of where you want to go. And also, I think another thing, just a side note, is accountability. And one thing that I've got with my girls at the minute is a summer 2021 group chat, because that's our goal. We want to get to Carys at 2018 by 2021. And so every day, like, we pop something on there like, how are you feeling after your workout, girls? Or, you know, hey, look at me, I'm working out tonight. If I don't work out, I know that my girl's going to be texting me being like, hey Carys, what happened to summer 2018? Where's she going? Like, do you know what I mean? So to the people who want to start a business, to the people who want to buy a house, to the people who want to drink more water, or to the people who even want to just save to, I don't know, buy some dried flowers, keep going, do your mini missions, get there, and hey, why not drop in the comments below what your goals are. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, then please let me know. I would love to hear from you. And thank you again for joining me for another Cuppa with Carys. And please let me know as well, guys, actually, what you would like to speak about during these Cuppa with Caryses. It's nice to see what you want, like, do you know what I mean? It's nice to see what you want to talk about. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. Be sure to subscribe and follow me on Instagram, and I will see you again very, very soon. I love you. Bye.